Alright, welcome to another late night stream. And tonight we are gonna do a bit of a relaxed Bannerlord story-driven gameplay in the medieval setting. So I'm doing let's call it long-term playthrough. We are in chapter 6 and we slip into the role of the leader of a mercenary party. That's what we are at the moment. So we are a little meaningless lord, but we are starting to assemble a decent little mercenary army around us, and at the moment we are being mercenaries for Vlandia, the kingdom of Vlandia. And we are actually originating from that culture just as well, so for now it fits pretty nicely. The problem for mercenaries at the moment is that Vlandia is not at war with anybody. So not much prospect to earn money. So we have to kind of get over that time of peace by doing trade. But the problem is that we already have to pay quite a bit of upkeep for our troops. No. I already have 5 companions with me and a little host of 29 foot soldiers, 20 archers, which in our case is actually crossbowmen, and 35 horseback riders. So having a large part of horseback riders is not only good strategy for the fights, but it also makes sure that your troop is moving fairly swift on the map, on the world map. So that's where we are, and we are in the very west of our little Vlandian empire in the town of Pravent. And here we have a little overview just before we leveled up to Clan Tier 2, which allowed us to hire one more companion. And let's see, which one was the last one that we hired? I think it was Vara Willowbark. She's a good doctor, and I made her my surgeon. The other jobs, quartermaster, scout and engineer, I'm still handling myself. But without too much ado about the game mechanics, let's just start into the gameplay again. So we will see what the game mechanics are just by doing it. So you see this storm here, as long as we are just traveling on land, this storm doesn't affect us much. Nothing actually. Only when you're at sea, this storm is a major threat to the condition of your ships. But we are in the beginning of the game and we don't have the money to have ships right now. Inventory, let's just see if there's anything to sell or if we need something. Better enter the town and go for the trade menu. So maybe I would like to buy some wood. We might need that for smithing. So here on the right side, that's my inventory, and right now I have filtered for goods and wares. So that's it. Now let's filter for horses. We do have a few horses with us. Let's see, we still have 4, 5, 6 war horses. The war horses we sometimes need for upgrading our troops. Okay. We don't have any particular loot with us. We already distributed it. So let's see, what about Vara Willowbark. She's relatively new in the group. So what I have is, let me show you. I have 5 companions, so 3 of them two of them are actually being something like my personal guard, riding with me. Yasmilla, she's my captain of the cavalry. Slegnir is my captain of the infantry, and Ifar is my captain of the ranged guys, archers, crossbow archers. So let's briefly see what inventory they do have, because yeah, in the game you can find certain banners, but yeah, obviously we don't have banners left. One banner, the Rangers flag, I am wielding. And yes, Miller, captain of the riders, bears the banner of the squire, which means that they have an increased charge damage of 20%. Yeah, also the personal skills of the captains actually affect the performance of the troops they are commanding. So it's a pretty good idea to have your comrades commanding the troops. Let's take a look at the arena. No fight going on. Tavern, yeah, alright. Trade, we already checked. What about the smithing? Is there something to smelt? Yes, we do have quite a bit of stuff to smelt with us. Problem is that our smith and stamina is pretty far down. Josh and Slegnir, they are actually the 2 guys who can still gain smithing experience. The problem is, if you look at the smithing skill here, I still have margin to learn. But here the other guys, Vara doesn't have any margin, so she already has reached its leveling cap. It's not yet red, but she doesn't learn much anymore. Same for, yeah, here you see the learning rate is even down to 0, while Vara still can learn a bit. Yasmilla, Uren almost 0, Ifar 0. So it's Slegnir and Vara, the only guys where it makes sense, and me, to let them do some smithing, and they're all pretty down in smith and stamina. So we can regain smith and stamina just by waiting a bit. Let's do that. Oh, 18 looters. That's intriguing. Let's go after them. As long as there is no war being waged, the only possibility to gain experience and loot is fighting these robber bands that are roaming the country. And this also gives us a little bit of mercenary money payment. We are moving with Paul 4.2. They are moving relatively fast as well. So probably we are fighting against both of them because they are so close. So see, now the looters come to the aid of the sea raiders. 14 sea raiders, 18 looters. The looters are an easy match, but the sea raiders, they are a bit tougher. They have these large shields protecting them from my archers, and they throw very ugly javelins. So let's go in. And here you see the 3 types of troops I have. It's the horse riders. Let's put them somewhat to the flank. And yeah, usually it's good to have some elevated position for the archers, but we don't have any elevation here. So retreat them a bit and put the foot soldiers a bit in front of them to give them cover, and let the foot soldiers right away form a war shield wall, and the raiders and the riders could just do the same and form a shield wall, which gives them a bit of protection against these javelins of the sea raiders. So here we are. Oh, let's assemble
Mounted archers, follow me!
mounted archers with me. Where are they? Should be two. There they are. This is Vara, and this is Orm. Nice to have you with me. And now, let's wait. There they are. Pretty far away. Still. Yeah, so my archers, my crossbowmen will mew down the looters. Those troops who don't have any shields, but yeah, as I said, there. The sea raiders are well protected by their vast round shields. Okay, they come in range. There they come. So what I used to do now is to distract them a bit, doing some skirmishing. But I have to be careful because, yeah, these javelins are really a threat, and I want to have them kill my companions there.
Cavalry, give them hell!
I let them charge, cavalry and infantry at the same time. It was a lucky hit on that distance. Okay, we lost a guy. Couldn't see who that was. So you guy, yeah, the shield. Just hit the shield. I think we lost at least one soldier. Okay, one Landian footman, that's a medium quality guy, so it's a pity, but it could be worse. So we get a few guys to level up. So foot soldiers are going to level up, and knight is going to level up, and a champion, which is a rider, and yes, Mila got experience in javelin, and Slogan got experience in javelin running, and running for Ifar, and what about me? Some archery and riding experience. Okay, now it's a bit quieter, more quiet. Hey, Big M, thank you very much. So I think I'm mispronouncing your name. Big Meat. Is it Big Meat? Yeah, nice to have you in. Thank you very much for the follow. That's very much appreciated. Yeah, well, I'm fine. I had a decent Monday, not too stressy at work, and as usual now I can do a little bit of a late night stream, and here I am, decided to do some more Bannerlords. Usually, well, or say, I mainly stream U-Boat, so it's always the risk that I might piss off a few good old friends by not doing U-Boat but other games. But yeah, pretty much like to do this game now and then. I'm from Germany, Frankfurt area actually. I bet you would have guessed by my accent. So how are you, and where are you from, roughly? Yeah, while we have a chat, let me check. Yeah, get the prisoners on board. And here I can level up 2 spearmen to swordmen and 1 swordman to sergeant, which is actually in the troop tree of the Valandians. The sergeant is, in my opinion, the best foot soldier. Yeah, these are the pikemen and the Vogliers. They're more kind of defensive with pole arms, and this one here is just a classical, yeah, foot soldier fighting with a sword or a, yeah, what you see here, a mace or something. Ah, Illinois, yeah, nice. Hey, this is what I love about streaming, right? That you actually get into contact with people who are an ocean away. That's something that still fascinates me. So nowadays, it's no rocket science anymore, but still, I'm still fascinated by the concept that we two now are having a communication here, and you are, yeah, something like, I don't know, around here it's half past 11, and I guess you are probably at least 6 hours earlier, aren't you? This guy upgrades, the knight upgrades to a champion, and the champion upgrades to a Bannerlord, which is actually one of the best riding units in the game. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's quite some distance. So, do you play the game by yourself? Big? We get quite some loot. That's decent. Either we can use it to equip our own troops, I mean our heroes, or we can sell it, or we can smelt it and get raw material for smithing. And yeah, you can actually do quite a lot of money with smithing in the game. Here we are. Well, I could recruit some troops, but yeah, there are some villages where I could even get more experienced troops. So better try to get some Valandian gallants or knights right away. What about products? Do we get any cheap war mount? Let's get a charger. They are relatively cheap war mounts, and we might need them later to level up our horseback troops. Yeah, I could further increase my troop, but I'm a bit afraid of the costs, particularly as there is no war going on at the moment. A mercenary band might have quite some trouble to pay the upkeep. Yeah, so our relation with one of these guys here, Ulvard, I think it was, increased. So these relations are pretty important to be on good terms with the important guys from town. Ransom the prisoners. Well, probably it's the polite way of saying that we sell them into slavery, and some trading. Yeah, you should always make sure that you have possibly all the 9 different types of food, because this will keep your morale up and constantly gives you experience in stewardship. Yeah, we could need some date fruits, but they don't have date fruits here so far in the north. Usually, it's hard to get. Now let's see about the equipment of our troop. The best helmet that I got from the loot was this one with 27 head armor. So, okay, this is definitely better than what Arn actually has. And so we can give that one of our to Vara. And I think that's fine so far. Yeah, equipment is getting better and better. So that's the battlefield equipment and the civilian outfit. Let's check that. It seems to be fine. So what I have here seems to be not better than what my guys already have. Then we could also check the sneaky outfit, but to be honest, I'm not quite sure what this is good for. That would be better. Okay, so let's sell what we don't need. A scarf. I think all my troops do have a scarf, have they? Yep. And what about the armor? 732. Yeah, they all have better armor, I guess, than what I got there. Yes. Shoes. Probably also in terms of shoes, there is nothing better than what I already have. So let's sell those shoes as well. The sling and the stones we don't need, and the rest we can actually, well, let's see. Fish harpoon might be a good javelin. Who is throwing the javelin? Oh, okay, see. It's a large bag of fish harpoons here, so it's 7 instead of 5 javelins. The rest is the same. So I think that's great. And this one gives more damage, so switch it. And here we are. Maybe we should keep these two to sell it if we are in dire need of money 1 point later in time. Done. And, well, come on, let's wait now to regain smithing stamina. Yeah, there you see we gained smithing, stewardship, skill points again. Alright, here we are. Let's have Slignia doing some smelting. Alright, that's fine. So we got quite some raw material from that smelting, which means that our main character, Mr. Josh, can do some forging. Let's see that we craft a few two-handed swords. I think, yeah, we even have the raw material and the knowledge to do level 2 weapons. So you can experiment a bit. So I think I would prefer this, so I have a more evenly distributed usage of my resources. That's fine. Yeah, let's just go like that. Well, problem is that the difficulty to craft this weapon is 100 and my skill is only 33, so it's high probability that it's not gonna be a good sword, but yeah, we will still be able to sell it for a few coins, and even if we craft a bad sword, we will gain experience. And for each act of forging, we need 1 charcoal. So we are pretty lucky this time, because we crafted a balanced sword and gained a skill point. Okay, this time not so lucky, we crafted a rusty one, but we still have quite a lot of resources to go. That's just a neutral and okayish weapon. Another okayish weapon, so that sounds good. And okay, now we ran out of smithing stamina. Let's see if we can sell it. Wow. That is good money. $8,000 in total. Perfect. Yeah, let's wait a little bit longer. Oh no, let's go for these sea raiders and hunt them down. Yeah, we can do a bit of time acceleration. And there we almost have them. So there we go.
Shields up! Warriors, take formation! Everyone, follow me!
So let's see that we get some higher ground, particularly for the archers.
Archers, move! Infantry, move!
And the cavalry could still flank.
Move!
Cavalry.
Make a shield wall!
Oh, shield wall as well.
Infantry, shoulder to shoulder!
And they should move into position because I don't want to have them throwing javelins at my archers.
Infant, form a shield wall! Infant, attack!
So now I ordered the riders and the infantry to attack. Hey, anybody else still alive? Yeah, down there. Okay, the guy was protecting the javelin. This is so beautiful because when they run out of javelins, the KI actually starts to pick up, drop javelins from the battlefield. Okay, one dead guy again. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. We lost to one Romanian champion. Experience for my heroes. And for me, and some prisoners, but that's not good. Crossbowman to level up and the footman to level up. But Yeah, we actually did lose one Vlandian champion. Not good. And some decent loot. So let's go for Orc Soul. Okay, for some reason we gained some good terms with Arigun the Fist. So these two guys here are gang leaders, and these are honest craftsmen or traders. Sell the prisoners. Temple district, yeah. And what about trade? It would be great if we would get some date fruit somewhere, but they are pretty rare here so far in the north. Yeah, can sell that stuff. A masterwork short sword, but hey, short swords, yeah, the range is so limited. I really don't like short swords. Well, we could see if we can do some trading to Praven. But yeah, okay, this is not a bad margin if we buy for 77 and sell for 139. Let's pick up a bit. What about pottery? Looks pretty good as well. Let's pick up 10. Same here. Okay, 5, 10. Flax 5 to 15. Also not a bad rate. Clay 4 to 20. And what about the date fruits? Ah, nice. I wasn't aware we can buy date fruits here and sell them for a lot of money in Pravent. Butter. Okay, that's not a good trade. Grapes, not as well, so let's go like that and return back to Pravent. That should give us a nice little margin to earn. Nothing going on in the arena. 10 districts empty, and yeah, trade now. Sell the linen, sell the planks and the pottery. And yeah, we bought a lot of hardwood. Let's sell that as well. Now, as soon as this changes from light green to dark green, the margin is not that good anymore. So here we can sell also the clay and the flax. And hey, let's keep the date fruits for our own provisions. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There I am with 9 different types of food, which is maximum. So we get 2 skill points in trade for this good business. Anything worthwhile to trade back? covered. Maybe. What about the whale oil? The wine? Yeah, let's go with that. Let's do one more trade run and then wait a little while, rest a little while again to regain our smith and stamina. Sell some of the beer and yep, alright. Getting one skill point. And let's wait. Break of dawn. Let's check if there is anything going on in the arena. Nope, obviously not. Let's wait some further so that we get our smith and stamina back to 100%. So here we just paid 247. Actually, our expenses are much higher, but we still get some daily wages for being mercenaries. So as long as we have influence points, we get here. Influence is periodically converted into dinars for mercenary clans. And the influence you get for fighting enemies. So when they're used up, we wouldn't get any money anymore, and we would have to fight more enemies then to regain influence. When you're not a mercenary, but part of a kingdom, then the influence takes another role. You can actually then influence decisions, political decisions in the kingdom with influence points, but not as a mercenary. Smoothly, yeah, we need a few more hours. By the way, let's give it a save. Maybe even give it a save as like that, just in case. You never know. The game is pretty stable still. Wait a few more hours. And this still not fully regained here. Oh, okay, now I want to go for this band of 18 looters. That might be worthwhile to track, hunt them down. They are moving with 3.9, we are moving with 4.2, so we are a bit faster at least. Should be able to get them. And there we are, finally closing in. Now they are actually an easy match.
Archer, fire at will! Archer, hold arrows!
Let them hold arrows.
Raise your shields! Change formation! Cavalry, form a shield! Horse archer, after me!
So the horse archers, please follow me. That's my two companions, who are my personal guard. And let's get to the other side of that river and ride some horse archers. Attack on these guys to, yeah, finally to give my friends here some training opportunity and me as well. us with their slings and stones.
Stay close! Everyone, run!
Okay, that guy's fleeing by now. Wow, he's pretty tough. Okay, we got them. So, with this trick, actually one spearman got injured. Vera got some experience, just as well. 3 in riding and 1 in archery. And me as well. 1 in tactics, 2 in riding, 5 in archery. Yeah, I just started a few days ago, in-game days ago, to use the bow. So in the beginning, your leveling progresses pretty fast, and later it becomes slower. So the swordman leveling up to sergeant, which is nice. Yeah, it always costs money. So when you do a lot of leveling up, you really see it in your purse. Here we are. Yeah, let's get back. Or maybe let's go for Praven. There is something to do with the characters. Actually, we reached a riding experience level of 125, and every 25 you can upgrade 1 special ability. So in this case we don't have a choice, it's only this one. As a party leader we get +10 starting battle moral, and as a governor, well, governor is not relevant. You would never play as a governor with your main character. What about the other guys? They are also slowly gaining experience and actually reached a level in riding as well. He's at 100. So this is good. Personal, he would get 15% better accuracy while mounted with archers' weapons, and as a captain this would also transfer to his troops. But yeah, actually he is not a captain at the moment, he's just my personal guard. So let's take that one. Alright. Hi guys, nice to have you in. I just see the number of watches going up, which is just great. Yeah, don't feel pushed into anything. Perfectly fine if you just silently lurk, but of course I'm always happy to get some feedback, to have some conversation in the chat. So don't hesitate to give me feedback, what you think about the game. Do you play it by yourself? Where you're from? But perfectly fine if you just lurk as well. So here we go, back to Praven. Check the arena, standard-wise, but no tournament. Tavern, yeah, we can sell very few prisoners. In terms of trade, we are fine with food. Oh yes, here we got some equipment, but it's equipment, yeah. My guys already have better equipment than that, so no point in trying to swap equipment. Sell the sling bullets. And again, some stuff to some smithing on. So very good. Let's give it a save. And now, Mr. Slegnir, please do some smelting again. Fishing harpoons, the short spear, and this sword and the hatchet. So, and now again, Mr. Josh Slocum, please forge me a few level 2 two-handed swords. Alright, let's do it like that. Balanced one, that's good luck. And just an ordinary okayish one, which is also good luck, because it's pretty difficult to craft them. Okay, this one is a dull one. And another balanced one. Very nice. And now we ran out of smithing stamina again. I wouldn't let the other guys do the smithing, because they could not gain any smithing stamina anymore, because they are completely out-leveled. I first would have to give them some of these here, one of these focus points, like if you look at Vara, or particularly here, Yasmilla. She's completely leveled out and would not gain any learning, any experience from smithing, so it would be a bit of a waste to let her do it. But Slegnir is still gaining experience, so it makes sense to let him do the smithing. Maybe I would also like to let him craft a sword. Let's see. Again. Did I have a better arrangement previously? Yeah, like that. A balanced one, nice. So now let's let her do some refining. And Slegnir, please. Okay. Could she do that? Yes, nice. And that was a dull one. So we weren't doing too bad in terms of smithing. No, that should give us a bit of money. Yeah, see, the balanced swords sell for quite a lot of money. So we end up with something like, we will get almost 14,000 pieces of gold for that. So this really pays our men for a few days. Okay, so we are leaving the town, and now there is one of these random things to happen. A strolling minstrel offers to compose an epic ballad about your heroic deeds, potentially increasing your renown for a little amount of coin. Do you accept his offer? And if so, do you offer him any guidance on what to sing? Okay, this would make me honest, close-fisted. Come on, let him sing about. Let him do it and reward him generously, but tell him to describe your losses and faults as well. So I am an honest guy. Costs me a bit of money and we gain renown. But our influence actually dropped to 0. So this is the renown bar. So we would reach the next clan tier. It's still a bit of work to gain more and more renown. You could also get renown points for this by winning tournaments. Come on, let's see that we go for no. Let's check the villages. I think I would still like to hire a few guys. What if I recruit troops, a good footman? Let's pick him up. And let's see what else we can hire in these villages. Nice. A Vlandian knight and another Vlandian knight. That's good. No, a knight and a gallant, but that's good. Good troops, particularly if you remember that one of our riders actually died in one of the last skirmishes. Gallant, gallant, gallant. Knight, knight. It will cost a hell lot of money to entertain this troop, but yeah, come on. So now we have 30 foot soldiers, 20 archers and 43 riders. Okay, this exclamation mark means that there is some job waiting. Let's see if we can do something good in that little village. And needs help with brigands. Yeah, okay, alright. So this
I don't think I know.
Yeah, let's just go quickly through it. Now our job will be to hunt down 4 bands of brigands. And if we do that, we get a little reward in terms of money. But more rewarding is that our reputation with the guy is going to increase. So now let's go for these bands of looters. We have to hunt down 4 of them. Yeah, let's use it as kind of archer's practice again.
Don't for cavalry, move! Hold fire!
No, you shouldn't attack. That was a misunderstanding.
Move! Horsemen! Make a shield wall! Mounted on my flank!
So let's have the mounted archers on my flank. And let's take some little bit of archery training. There they come. That was even a hit. Indirect fire. There they come. Okay, my companion did score a hit, very good. So guys, finished enough. Yeah, doesn't look quite fair. It's the ones. Yeah, if the troops were commanded by a lord, they would not charge that stupidly. So some experience for me, guys. +1 in riding, +1 in archery, and +2 in riding for Orm, and +5 in archery, +2 in riding for me. Alright, here we are. No upgrade for the troops, but something to do here. Hi guys, by the way, nice to have you in. Don't feel observed. I just see the numbers going up. I don't see who you are. So if you just want to lurk anonymously, it's perfectly fine. But let me mention that I'm always glad to get some feedback in the chat. What you think about the game? Do you play it yourself? Where you are from? Yeah, whatever. Okay, maybe we are not gonna catch up with that guy. Let's see. At one point they are leaving the relevant area. That might be happening now. But not yet, obviously. Okay, some more archery practice.
Infantry makers, horsemen, raise your arm, hold fire! Horse up, follow me!
And the horse archers following me. So let's go ahead, just with the two guys, and do some archery training from horseback. Okay, there they are. Still pretty far away. Alright. As I said, a little archery training. Which is worthwhile. get some, free that prisoner. Yeah, we will free him, but I don't want to take that peasant into my troops. That's just not worthwhile. And some, nice, we can get some leveling up in bows. So would I have better armor penetration with my bows or less movement speed penalty? Now, of course, I'm going to do this one here. And it will also give less, more movement speed for the troops in my group. So at the moment, my group that I am captaining is these two companions. So they also gain a bit of skill now that I am their captain. Nice. Okay, and finally, we need one more troop. Now we are slow again. That's what you always have. After a fight, your troop is in disorder and you're very slow. So this might really turn out to be a problem when you have a successful fight and then a more powerful host is coming in and chasing you, and you're just still slow because you just fought a battle. Get the guys. Here we are. Now this is 12. Let's do just the same.
Infantry, former cavalry, former spook, hold arrows! Mounted, follow me!
Some archery training again. Okay, one guy was injured, obviously. Let's just hope that he only was injured. I actually didn't check that. It slipped my attention, to be honest. Hey, where are the other guys? Up there. Ah, okay, no, there are the two of them. None of them was injured, who just got lost somehow.
Attack! On fire! Order! Charge!
Okay, I accidentally hit one of my troops with a bow. Didn't kill him, luckily. So that was a bit risky to shoot at them while I was standing behind. Okay, some of my troops leveling up and Vara gaining experience. Sleipnir, that's the captain of my foot soldiers, gains in javelin and running, and me in bow and riding. Crossbowman leveling up, footman to spearman, and spearman to swordman. Alright. Some loot, and we hunted down 4 gangs out of 3 out of 4 right now. So this one now is out of range. It doesn't count anymore, obviously. So we have to return to that area close to the village where we got that drop. And like there. Let's track down these guys. then the job should be done. By the way, stewardship. I reached a new experience level in stewardship. So every 25 I can choose one special skill. Either discarded weapons are donated to the troops, and this is what I'm definitely gonna do. So later in the game, when you do a lot of loot in many battles, then you will have a lot of equipment which you just would not keep and would not sell, but just donate it to your troops, giving you experience upgrades. So this does make very much sense. It's 10. Yeah. Let's
make a shield! Cavalry! Shields up!
use it again.
Horse arch after me! Archer, hold fire!
As horse archer training. And they are already coming in. Okay. So maybe we would like to reach this elevated position here.
Attack! Archer, fire at will!
Alright, got them. No surprises. And through my heroes gaining experience. Also Slagman with the foot soldiers. And me. 4 rainbows, 2 in riding, that's nice. Some prisoners again. And a bit of loot. Yeah, this is low tier loot now. We helped him with the brigands, log updated. My relation is increased by 4 and we should have gotten, yeah, $1,000 actually. Let's go for Orc Soul. And briefly check the arena, check the Tavern District and sell our prisoners. And check our inventory. Grain, yeah, let's get some meat. Let's get some cheese. Some olives as well. Beer, date fruit, so we are fine. But we are gonna sell these. This is what we actually looted from these groups. And just sell it. Okay, if you ask me, we shouldn't have so many sumpter horses. I'm not quite sure, but I think they slow us down actually. And now, what about the equipment? Yeah, it's all low tire stuff. I could also give it to my troops actually for upgrading. Yeah, now that I have that skill, I should remember to maybe not sell all that stuff, but give it to my troops. Okay, this is better than what she had. Now the civilian outfit, 6, 5, 1. Alright, so 3 is better than 1 for armor. So here we are, and the rest I think I would like to donate to my troops. Yeah, but that was just a bit of experience. Nobody's upgrading with that bit of experience. But yeah, sooner or later they will. Now back sell the stone sling bullets. We don't need them. And again, there is a bit of stuff that we could smelt in and get raw material for smithing. Let her do some refining. Wait a little. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, that's a graphical bug that I never had before. Let's once exit to main menu. Let's reload the game. Believe me, I never had that graphical bug before. Let's hope that we get rid of it now by reloading the game. Alright, that was weird. I was just doing a little bit of resting so that I would regain smith and stamina. Oh, what about you? Oh, no, this is no mission. That needs to be done by us. Wait for a few more hours and we will have 100% smith and stamina again. So what to smelt? The pickaxe, the pitchfork. Oh, okay, we ran out of hardwood. So Oran actually is good in creating hardwood at a much better rate, so I let him do it, although he would not gain experience from that. But I want to have the maximum conversion efficiency, and he gives it. So, pitchfork, pickaxe being turned into raw material, and Josh, please do some forging again. Tire 2. We are up to smithing 40 already, but it was only a dull sword, so it would not give us too much experience probably. So I think we could forge one more of these. And this is going to be a balanced one. Very good. We trade it and get some nice money. 5,000 bucks. So in one of the last streams somebody remarked that maybe this is a bit unbalanced to gain so much money with smithing. I don't know. I'm fine with it, but maybe, yes, maybe it should be balanced down a bit, the amount of money that you can make with smithing. In total, the game is just beautifully balanced. This is maybe one of the most fascinating achievements of the programmers of the development studio, that they first hand they created such a complex game, and second they actually made the balancing work. So I think there is still no war going on. So still all that we can do is fighting looters. Yeah, we have an overall host of 93. We could max it to 106. That's the cap that we have at the moment due to our stewardship experience. So the further up we level here, the more troops we actually can command. Okay, here in riding we are actually about to reach our experience cap. So later we have to think about investing our next focus point on that. Scouting. Let's see what else is close to the maximum cap. Yeah, so pretty clear that probably next focus point that we get when we have reached level 16, probably we will put it into riding, because we have reached our leveling cap here. Let's see if we can hunt down some sea raiders, actually. But on the way, we wouldn't say no to a little fight. A little fight with the looters couldn't do us any harm. A little fight with the looters couldn't do us any harm. Yeah, sorry guys for singing. Anybody remembers that old sea chanty? And we roll the old chariot around. There we get him. Them.
Form a wall! Mounted archer, follow me! Hold arrows!
So again, let's do some archery training. Horse archery training, actually. Or maybe this time I would like to have the riders go in and gain some experience. So the sound is also nice. You really hear the hooves of the horses when the troops are coming in. So Vara did quite a good job. Please, out of my... Okay. That's so beautifully animated. I mean, you have all these troops. Every guy on the battlefield is simulated separately and nicely animated. Yep.
Victory! We won!
So, one Colombian Light levels up, and Vara gains quite some experience and reaches 50 in arrows, bows, so she's gonna get some experience, some additional skill. On is doing fine as well, and me also getting some experience in riding and archery. 10 prisoners. Oh, 1 gallant to upgrade and 2 knights. Alright, nice. Costs a bit of money and we get some loot, but it's worth the while. So who is leveling up? Ah yes, Vara Willowbark gets additional experience, and I want her to have this 50% better movement speed, and if she would become a captain, she would also give some gain of that skill to her troops. So choose this one. Yeah, at the moment she's not a captain, she's just my personal guard. Yeah, you see we are progressing towards level 16. Arena, nothing going on in the arena. Sell the prisoners. No recruiting, but what about trade? Yeah, let's donate some stuff to our troops. Yeah, it's just a bit of experience, but sometimes it helps to lift one of them across the leveling threshold. By the way, again, I see that a few more people have been dropping into the stream. Hello guys, nice to have you in. So, don't feel observed, you're completely anonymous. I just see the numbers going up, so if you wish to, you can just stay anonymous and lurk silently. That's perfectly fine for me. Just to see a few people watching is already a great reward for a streamer. But of course, even higher reward would be if you would give me a hi in the chat. And yeah, tell me what you think about the game. Do you play it by yourself? Where you're from? Yeah, whatever. Just have a chat. But don't feel pushed. If you just want to lurk, perfectly fine. So what to do next? I think it's not worthwhile to do some smithing. Just have a bit of loot. Come on, let's leave and see what... I think this is actually a Sea Raider hideout. Let's see if we actually can hunt down a few Sea Raiders. It gives... yeah, it's a bit of a risk, finally, to lose troops. One of these Sea Raider troops recently killed one of our knights. But of course it's rewarded with higher tier loot than what you get with the looters. Yeah, I am actually the party scout. The party scout, that sounds weird. And so I'm continuously leveling up in terms of scouting. Let's do some more training for the guys.
Infect former horsemen! Make a shield! Mounted archer! Hold fire!
And guys, interesting thing is that the archers have considerably lower range in winter and in rain. I think because, yeah, this is, I think, pretty much physics behind it. The string of the bow and the wood of the bow itself. When it's cold, it gets much, yeah, less bendable, and it does transfer less power towards the arrow. These sling shooters, they are actually new. They came with the last update.
Fire! Horsemen, kill them all!
Still one guy alive. Bad situation, guy. So, that was a bit of training again. Yes, Miller, she's the captain of my riders, so she gained riding experience. And here my two bodyguards, they gained experience as well, and me in riding and archery. Very good. Some prisoners, and that's it. And some loot, yeah, here we are. It's a Sea Raiders hideout, but no Sea Raiders are abroad. And sooner or later we must think about marriage. I'm not 100% sure if you can marry when you're only a mercenary or if you have to be part of a kingdom. A liege. Do you know that? Maybe anybody in the stream has an idea about that? I mean, I do have a few thousand hours in the game, but this is actually the first time that I stay mercenary that long, because I don't want to go through the short chore with you when you have your own towns and castles. So I want to stay free, have some action, and so actually I never checked whether you can marry while you're still a mercenary. Mercenary. Arena, nothing is going on. Tavern district, we sell the prisoners. And now let's go to the keep. Athild. Okay, she's a bit old for me, and she probably is married. Yeah, she's married with Aldrich. But here she has a daughter, Liana. Would be nice to know where she is. Ostitia, shall we go and try to see her? And she is very positive. She has 4 positive traits, so let's see if we can hoe that girl. And she's a good fighter as well. So let's go for a Stitcher. But of course it might be that she is in the Dirt's army. Dirt's army. We want to check that. Hey, come on, we're gonna find that army later anyway, so let's see if we find her somewhere around here. Yeah, nice, there is a tournament going on here. So let's first do the tournament in Rovald. No. Skip that round. And here we are, so it's 2 against 2. And let me see, Ifar, our companion, is fighting in this other group. So let's join and see which weapons we get. Okay, that was a bit tough, I would say. Good. So let's see now who's the better archer. Okay. Be nice if I could score it onto his head. Okay, he was just bowing down. That's it. We won that round. We can skip this one, but we are gonna watch this one. See our here, Liena. She has traveled on to this town. This is also one thing that is so great about this game. So when you get the information that she is in Ostitian, well, it's already a few days old, and right now we find her here in the next town already. So everything is so dynamic in the game. Everything's simulated in the background, like real life. This is what the A-Life in Stalker 2 is actually not doing, what we were all hoping for. And here in this game they do it beautifully. Now it's 2 against 2 and Ifar joining the blue team. Let's watch how she's doing. Is it her? I think. Yes. So she's down already. And this is Liena, I think. Yeah, Liena, she's tough. She's always also tough in the tournaments. So now it's 4 groups, 2 fighters each. And yeah, maybe I should avoid the team of Liena, but there's all nobles in the teams, and the nobles are always pretty tough to fight. Ah, okay, horseback. My companion here in the team, my teammate already was downed. Okay, I gained level with that. Oh, it's 2 against 2, that's not good. 2 against 1. Not good. Okay, 1 against 1. the last man standing. The last woman standing. Oh, and she got me 17 hits. Gonna be tough. I mean, we will be in the next round anyway. It was 4 groups, and the 2 last standing groups are going for the next round. But it would still be nice to be victorious against her. Nice. We gave her a clean hit of 30 hit points. Wow, see how tough she is. So she already stomached something like 100 hit points. Yeah, one more hit should do it. But I have to score it. Now she's being careful, not dropping her shield anymore. Probably she's aware that one more hit and she's down. Or the horse is being in the way. Wow. Sorry. No. Yeah, she was the second, so she's in the next round as well, so I have to fight her again. Okay.
Die!
No. Yeah, that's it. We did it. And now I have to find in the final round that Blunt infantry. The tournament prize is great, so it would be this helmet would be good if I win. The good thing is that I'm fighting against regular infantry and he should not be too good on horseback and with pole arms. Nice. We get the plumed nomad helmet and the standard +3 renown. Very nice. Let's give it a save and let's check. No, there it is. It's 32 head armor, so not for Josh, but for Arn, it's great improvement. Nice. So, and now this helmet goes for Vara, and this one for Yas Miller, and yeah, the rest is fine. 12, 7, 5. Yeah, we could donate that stuff again to the troops to gain experience. Let's do that first before we forget it. Okay, so there is the Valandian champion to level up to Banner Knight, the best rider in the team. So what do we get here? Okay, see, now we reached level 16, and because every 4 levels you not only gain 1 focus point but also 1 free attribute point. So now we can figure out where we would like to become even better and gain experience faster, and this is where we would like to put that free attribute point. Yeah, well, Shall we put it to scouting, tactics, roguery, or to stewardship? Put it to stewardship. So you see this also shifted our threshold a bit to the right. And so that focus point now I'm gonna put into my riding so that the level cap actually is pushed to the right and I can continue gaining riding experience. So you see all the other skills are still have at least a bit of a white margin. This one here, a green margin, I mean. So we are gaining a lot of experience in polearm from the tournaments. So I sooner or later have to make up my mind if I also want to invest one of my next focus points into polearm. The rest still looks all right. Up to now I didn't invest much into the seafarer skills. So here we are, and now let's see if we can hold Liena. Go for the key. Yeah, these two would also be possibly... Okay, she's married. And she is not, but she has this cruel trait, so I don't know if I want to have a cruel wife. So it would be much nicer to convince her. She's so very positive. Let's try. Talk to her.
Peace to you, stranger. What is your name?
My name is Josh, madam. May I ask your name? I know your name. Congratulations on your victory in that tournament. There's something I would like to discuss. Yeah, okay, at least I can start this hoeing, although I am only a mercenary. My lady, I wish to profess myself your most ardent admirer. Yes, we are considering offers. These things are not rushed into. Yeah, alright, I wish to offer my hand in marriage. We are considering many offers. You may certainly add your name to the list. We meet from time to time, as it is the custom, to see if we are right for each other. I hope to see you again soon. Yeah, maybe just in case we should also go for other women like her. Yeah, let's mark those women which we hope. That's always a bit tricky, so there should be a bit something of a systematic so that you better later find those women that you were hoeing at, if this is the right term.
I don't think I know you.
Something to discuss? Yeah, I am your most ardent admirer. You're considering offers. I wish to offer my hand in marriage. I think you would need to rise considerably in the world before I could consider such a thing. We meet from time to time. Okay. So this little remark we didn't get from Liena. Maybe that's a good sign. Now let's finish the trading. Anything we need in terms of food? Nope, not really. Yeah, let's sell the stone sling bullets. And yeah, it balanced Falcon, but the Falcon has such a low range. I mean, could be alright for the civilian outfit, maybe. Yeah, okay, let's take it for our sneaky outfit. And the rest, I think, could well be smelted, except for the two here. So, shall we just wait for a little while to regain smithing stamina? Yeah, alright, there we are. Almost there. By the way, I see the number of watches going up. That's just great to have all of you guys in. So don't feel observed. I just see the numbers. I don't see your names. I don't see who you are, so you're completely anonymous. Rest assured. But that's perfectly fine. I mean, just great to see that a few people are watching. And if you just lurk, just do as you like. But let me, nevertheless, advertise for having conversation in the chat. So don't hesitate to give some thumbs up in the chat, or tell us what your experience with the game is, what you think about the game, how long do you play it, where you're from. Like for me, I actually started with the very first Mountain Blade, which is, I think, something like 15 years ago at least, is it? Maybe more. And playing the game since then. And yeah, I actually love it. We could smelt some of the stuff. And this would give us additional raw material. Yeah, I don't smelt these two guys because I could sell them for a lot of money, but hey, come on, I'm fine in terms of money. Let's just smelt it just as well. So this gave some decent smithing experience for our friend Slegnir. And now Josh can do some forging. Yeah, let's forge some level 2 sword. Yeah, let's do this one. It's dull. Okay. Yeah, but still my abilities are far below those that you actually need to craft this one here reliably. Now, Baba, if you would refine. And so, can I craft one more? Yes. Let's try it again. And this time we were more lucky and crafted a balanced one. Very nice. Let's see what we get if we trade it. Quite a lot of money. 3,400 bucks for the 2 swords. That's decent. Meanwhile, I didn't check that. Yeah, I just clicked it away. But meanwhile, we are at war with the Sturgeons. Yeah. No, but still, we're still here. Let's briefly check if Liana is still in town. No, she moved on. Can we see where she is? No, unclear. So let's follow that host. Into enemy territory and earn some merit, some experience, and some money, some loot. On the way, we could actually check with the Battanian city of Dungladis. Yeah, they are laying siege to the Sturgian castle of Flintlock. But at the moment, I think I would not participate in siege. That would just be too much random losses that you get. By the way, allow me to be AFK just for 1 minute. Alright, back again. I think I would now more try to fight against some roving troops of the Sturgians, not participate in that siege. But let's first check Dungladis. No fight in the arena going on. District, we can't get into the keep. We would have to bribe the guys there. Come on, let's do that. Well, she's bit old maybe to hoe her. Here we are just 21 actually. Yeah, now we are gonna go fighting, so maybe we should pick up some backup food. Okay, dodgy spies. Merchants are savvy to most attempts to pass off most types of shoddy goods as top quality, but one of your Vlandian crossbowmen knows a few tricks that aren't in the usual rook repertoire. He suggests buying a selection of spices from the market, then sprinkling a bit of pomegranate, rind in with saffron, some cassia bark with cinnamon, and a lead compound known as litharge with pepper. Nah. Tell your man to save his ingenuity for battle, not trade. So, well, it would let me seem close-fisted at the same time. Yeah, come on, let's choose this. So it increases my reputation of being close-fisted and honest. But at the moment, my reputation is just calculating. So somehow in the background, all your decisions are kind of being summed up, and at one point in the game you might gain additional traits. But yeah, don't ask me. Up to now I'm never sure what the effect of these traits actually is. So if anybody of you in the stream, in the chat, has any idea of how these traits, I mean these ones here, how they are actually influencing the gameplay, I would be very curious to learn. Yeah, we could go for Xenon, actually, now that we are around here anyway. I don't attack villages, actually. And neither caravans. Alright, here we are. Let's give it a save and check the arena. No tournament. No troops to recruit, so anything worthwhile to trade? I think not. Maybe we would like to have a bit more wood just for later. Now let's see if we can wreak a bit of havoc amongst the people of the Sturgeon hinterland. Nope. Would that guy attack us? Yeah, it looks like he actually did avoid the encounter. So this is risky what I'm doing here. Going far into the enemy territory. Okay, Ustor Castle has been granted to Barry Khan. Yeah, well, of course not to me, because we are not part of the kingdom. We are just mercenaries. Villagers. Yeah, we have pretty bad visibility with the snow and everything. Flintlock Castle is taken. So at the moment it looks like the war goes pretty fine for us, for the Vlandians. And there is also an army going up there on a campaign. No armies to be seen. Okay, Flintlock Castle has been granted to Ingalta, another Vlandian lord. No troops around, just villagers, and I don't want to fight the villagers. But that guy, Castle. We could go for the Varshek patrol. I don't know, is it worthwhile to fight the Varshek patrol? I never did actually. Ah, come on. Yeah, come on, let's chase them down. You are a foe in arms, yield or die. How are things around Varshek then? Do you feel people safe? Come on, let's just attack. What are they? 16 infantry and 9 cavalry. Now, let's see how they are doing.
Bowmen! Footmen! Forward! Right! You heard that, lad? Move! Make a shield wall! Cavalry! Make a shield wall! Change formation!
Yeah, let's put them a bit further to the flank and ready.
Horse up after me! Cavalry! Charge! Soldier, move!
Oh shit, they are going for the archers, obviously. So let's put the infantry in front.
Cavalry! Forward!
Let's have the cavalry retreat again. I don't want to have to fight against these foot soldiers there.
Archers! Hold fire!
Yeah, let's assault fire because they're protected by the shields actually.
Arc fire! Infantry! Give 'em hell! Cavalry! Charge!
Yeah, they are doing shield wall as well, so they should have some protection against their javelins. So it was a clean hit, but I didn't kill him. Two of our London gallons. That's the relatively low-level cavalry. They gain a lot of experience. Troops leveling up, and Miss Miller getting 2 in javelin. She's the head of captain of my cavalry. One of my wingmen. And me getting experience in tactics, sword fighting, warrior. Very good. And yeah, some high tire prisoners. The crossbowmen leveling up. Footmen. 2 of them leveling up to spearmen. Spearmen leveling up to swordmen. Nice. 3 gallons leveling up to knights. 2 knights leveling up to champion and 1 champion leveling up to banner knight. So we lost 1 gallon but gained quite some experience to level up. So that was a good fight. And wow, looks like we get quite some high tire loot. Now we just have to make sure that while we are that slow, that we are not being set up by another stronger army. That's always the risk. But there we are. Okay, let's give it a save. And let's briefly scan through the inventory. Okay, 1742. Who wants this? Okay, the leg armor and the arm armor is pretty bad. But, for Vara, this sounds decent. Let's give this to her. Now okay. Now the bronze braces. Wow, that's really high tire stuff. Josh gets one of these. Orlon gets one of these. And now here we have the 10 and the 18 for Farah. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, now what about the shoes? Wow, also pretty good. choose. 16, 22, but this is lighter, so give them to him. 22. 16. 11. Now the civilian gear. All right, just fine. What about these spares? So, yes, Miller is carrying a spare, but she's having a better one. And Slagnir infantry. Yeah, okay, they are better off with what they have. So, there we are. That was good. That was good action. Good loot. A good fight. Okay, guy. I'm gonna get you. Huh. It's Forim's party. It's Lord Forim with 54 infantry. 15 ranged and 7 cavalry, but yeah, he will probably reach the safety of Nevian's castle before I keep up with him, before I catch up with him. Now in the woods I would be even slower. Yeah, he is getting away. Isn't he? Yep. There he is getting away. Who was that? What happened? The Sturgeons and the Vlandians have made peace. Alright. That was a short war. So, I reached 100 in scouting, which means that I can add additional skills, in this case now. Increase travel speed with high moral. I think that's fine. At the moment we are not at 75 moral, but I think I should be able to keep up moral often above that value. Okay, the war is over. That was quick. So we could travel to Varshek for now. Just to visit that town, now that we are around here. Okay. Now Durthard has just declared war on the Battanians. So that's the green guys. Poor lads. But let's check out Varshek anyway. Check the arena. Go to the town district. Yeah, we have a lot of prisoners. Let's sell the prisoners. Anything worthwhile to recruit here? No. And now let's trade. Let's get some cheese. Do I get date fruit here? No. we already checked. Let's sell the shields. By the way, can we also turn the shields into experience? Yes, we can. Glandian Knight, leveling up to champion. Nice. Let's carry on with trading. Yeah, we could do some smithing, but maybe right now I would not like to lose time with smith, but we still have a bit of smithing stamina, so let's do it. Backsword. Woodland Javelin. No, that should be sufficient for at least one two-handed sword to craft. Well, it's in okay shape. Let's sell it. Yeah, alright. 2,600, almost 2,700 bucks. A few days to pay the upkeep of my army. Anything I would like to do here? Enter the keep. Okay, Asta. What's her age? She's pretty old. Lanka, she's 22, yeah. And she's 18. Maybe I would like to try to hoe Milanka. And she's pretty skilled in many ways, but maybe she's not married. So, and she's merciful, has a positive trait. So let's see that we hoe her.
Hey, I don't think I know you. Peace to you, stranger.
Glad to meet you. There's something I'd like to discuss. Milady, I wish to... Yeah, I'm a most ardent admirer. Ah, yes, we are considering offers. Did you have someone in mind? I wish to offer my hand in marriage. Yes, we should discuss it. So looks like she's not so convinced from the start. Well, we will see. Let's keep it in mind. Milanka. I should actually write that down because you don't really have any log where you could see whom you were actually hoeing. Ah, okay, here. Forkenhard barrel chest. These, nice, I wasn't aware, but at least I can see whom I did bookmark here. Don't know why I did bookmark Forkenhard, but we will see. Now let's keep. Ah, by the way, can we do that visit right away? Let's take the chance to spend time together. Ah, we can do it right away. I wasn't aware. It's good to have a chance to get to know each other. You are, I hear, a man of the world, as they say. Tell me a bit about your journeys. Come on, let's go for leadership, calculating. Let's go for charm. Between your followers, your rivals, and your enemies, you must have met a lot of interesting people. Let's go for charm again. Some people say you will go far. Suppose you were to rise to a position of power, what would you do? I would hope to bring peace to the land and justice and alleviate people's suffering. That at least she seemed to like. So I think that's it. I can't do the next meeting right away. So let's check Omor now that we are here. Who knows when we get the next opportunity to visit Omor. So, what about the arena? Nothing going on. Trade. Yeah, we are fine with what we have. And what about the keep? 26, and she's cautious. What does the exclamation mark mean? So now let's see that we also take our share, get our share in that next war against the Battanians. So what about Liena? Jacolan. So that's over there. Yeah, so let's get there. So this is our next mission. Try to marry that woman. Ooh, that's not good. That's two of them. I could fight both of them. Are they so stupid to separate? Yes, they are. So let's go for you.
What do you want, stranger? Who are you?
45 infantry, 31 range. That's of course risky, having all these ranged troops, and the archers of the battalions are pretty dangerous. Yeah, they won't attack. They will retreat, that's sure. They will retreat. Or not.
Stop! Follow me!
And they will definitely try to get into an advantageous position. That's what they're doing there.
Move it! Forward! Footmen! Move! Right! Move! Horse! Follow me! Rider! Follow me!
Yeah, I have to attack them from the back. I have to do something against these 30 archers.
Form a shield wall!
So now there is my archers up there, and they are firing and get some cover from this shield wall.
Infantry! Attack! Horsemen! Charge!
Okay, now I am attacking from two sides. My infantry attacking from front side, and let's hope that I get them by surprise.
Archers!
Yeah, the archers need to advance too far away.
Bowman! Forward!
Tough guys. Very tough guys. I think I have lost a few guys. Okay. 4 soldiers dead and quite a few injured. So I'm lucky that I got so many injured. And 4 dead. 1 footman, 1 sergeant, 1 spellmans, 1 footman. Swordman, so it's all infantry. Okay, Vara got experience in medicine, of course. Slegner, captain of the infantry, got 2 in sword 2 in javelin and 2 in running. E5. Captain of the archers, 1 in archery, and yeah, we 1 sword, 2 horse riding, and 2 tactics. And quite a few of my troops leveling up. Lots of prisoners. Now Vlandian footmen to spearmen to spearmen to swordmen to swordmen to sergeants, and Vlandian gallants leveling up to knights, knights leveling up to champions, and wow, 3 new banner knights. So my troop is really getting better and better. And pretty nice high tier loot, I would say. Alright. Now, some event. Servants of Mercy. As the dust of battle settles, you see a group of women tending to the wounded. They explain that they are the servants of hope, mendicant sisters pledged to assist the afflicted in the hope of winning mercy from heaven. They offer to accompany your party for a few days and tend to your men's wound, asking nothing in return. So tell the sisters that they will slow you down and your men can heal on their own. Party becomes disorganized. Well, it is anyway. So let's get them. I just hope that this other band is not coming back for us. But yeah, even if it would, we might be still strong enough to fight against them. Give it a save here and yeah, some experience gain, and let's take a look at the inventory. I think we should have a bit of equipment that we would like to trade for our guys, our heroes. So 32 head armor, and it's lighter than that one. Same armor, but it's lighter, so let's shift it for Urum. He's gonna get this one. 24, 27, he's gonna get this one. Okay, nice. Nice equipment that my guys get here. This legendary Nazal helm, that's amazing. So what about, oh nice, okay, so we can get some better tire armor also for our civilian outfit. Alright, so that's about the headgear. Ah, okay. That's about the headgear. Now, what about... Here we get a nice cape. Hey, it gives... These two give the same amount of armor, just the one being much heavier. So of course I would choose this one first. Pretty heavy stuff. All right, good armor. And now what about this armor here? Wow, not bad. 19, 11, 9. 19 body armor, 11 leg armor, and 9 arm armor. Very good. So let's sell the rest. And now that's an improvement. 18, 11. 10, 11. 10, 0.43, 10, 0.4. Okay, so this one is less heavy. So it's to be preferred. Nice. What we get here is very good equipment. So this is 5. And now about the shoes. Yeah, okay, the shoes are not that good. I think we can drop them. Most of them. Splintered. The bolts, do I need them? The daggers. That could be nice for the civilian equipment. Bent bolts, so let's go like that. Legendary rigid iron broadsword. It's relatively short, so I would not like to use it from horseback, but maybe it's a good foot. A good weapon to use it on foot. Yeah, very limited range. Come on, let's use it. Alright, so troops will get 2,800 experience from that. Very good. So 1 crossbowman to sharpshooter, 1 spearman to swordman, and 1 knight to champion. Very good. So in total we still have 87 troops, 13 wounded at the moment, 26 foot soldiers, 20 archers, 41 horse riders. So first priority would be to get some more foot soldiers, some more infantry. Yeah, let's maybe be careful and not dive deep into enemy territory. Now let's first see that we get back into home territory and get a few more guys. Okay, Caladog's army. Caladog is actually the king of the battalions, and he is obviously trying to get back Flintold Castle. But yeah, I'm not gonna interfere there. That guy. Okay. Sorry guy, but I'm gonna take advantage of that. He's fighting against what? So if he is interfering, so let's finally get in. So he's in this order right now. So this might be a good opportunity to catch up with the guys.
Stop that. Who are you? It is better we know each other's names, even if we fight.
Okay, it's, yeah, 33 infantry, 16 cavalry. That should be alright. You know we are at war. Surrender or die. There we go. The other guy seems to be not interfering. Hey, Uncle Bot, you are there. Sorry, I just didn't check. I didn't have an eye on the chat, I fear. So how long are you already in? Yeah, great. Great that you're there. So you're actually the first one of the old U-boat crew to make him or herself visible in this chat. Yeah, all is alright. So the Monday was pretty okay, yeah, in terms of work. So had 1 or 2 meetings and no ugly surprises. This is all that you want to have. And around here now it's 2 o'clock, and I still feel like maybe playing 1 more hour before I go to bed. Of course, yeah. On your side, it's earlier. You just say it's dinner time. Yep. Yeah, we have the 6 hours, 7 hours time difference. Now, let's see how we tackle that enemy. He's gonna run anyway, I guess. So let's just have.
Stay close!
just get them away. They are trying to reach advantageous ground, higher ground. And I have to assault them there. So let's see that we also reach some higher ground. It's such a bad weapon and I don't have eyes on them yet. That's them. Yeah.
Infantry! Cavalry! Form a shield wall! Fighters! Forward! Infantry! Move! Archers! Move! Raise your shield! Footmen! Forward! Archers! Forward! Cavalry! Move! Infantry! Move! Arrow! Move!
Yeah, the bows have a very good range on that distance.
Footmen! Forward! Archers! Forward! Cavalry! Kill them all! Infantry! Move! Footmen! Move it! Move! Cavalry! Move! Infantry! Move! Archers! Forward! Soldiers! Attack! Cavalry! Charge! Archers! Move!
Alright. That was very slaughter. No deaths on our side, just one injury, very good. A few upgrades, all gain experience and me. I also gained experience. Very good. Prisoners. Okay. So we are having reached our prisoner level. prisoner threshold. Cap. Sergeant. Gallant to knight. Knight to champion, and champion to banner knight. Very good. And we have 3 slots. We can command more troops. So let's see. Get 1 battalion scout into our troops. So these are actually prisoners that we free, and they are willing to fight in our group. Maybe I would like to have the battalion picked warrior. About the battalion raider. Not my favorite, but come on, I mean. And clan warrior. Let's get him into the team. Here we are. And let's quit. Yeah, these one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and take these. They will give a better price actually. And a lot of nice loot, okay. Now maybe we should really see that we get out of here now and back into home territory. But maybe I'm curious who's in that army. Oh, I'm not gonna join that army. Okay, Belgier is laying waste to that village. This is something that I wouldn't do. I wouldn't pillage villages. Pravent. Okay, let's go for Pravent and see if we fight Liana there. So that was pretty successful. We had a few fights against enemy lords and really picked up nice loot. Yeah, let's see if she's still there. Let's first go to the keep. Yeah, there she is. Let's talk to her.
I am very angry with you. Too much time has gone by since you last visited.
Oh, okay, that's very good. If she's angry about that, isn't it? Spend some time with you. Alright. They say you've traveled widely. Such terrible times we live in, so much hardship. What do you think of what you've seen? Let's go for that one here. Between your followers, your rival, and your enemies, you must have met a lot of interesting people. I'm honored to have fought alongside comrades who thought nothing of shedding their blood to keep me alive. Yeah. You may be of humble birth, but you seem like the type who will rise in the world. So, I hope that I can bring peace to the land and justice and alleviate people's suffering. You might be correct. All right. We seem to have a fair amount in common. So I could try it right once more. Okay. So that about this. And it's Braven. Let's check the arena, and there is a tournament going on. By the way, before going into the tournament, let me be AFK just for 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, that was a quick 1 minute. Now, did you save? I think I did, but better safe than sorry, and join the tournament. So this is the big melee, so 4 groups with 4 participants each. By the way, Liana is fighting there, and Ifar, our companion, is fighting in the green group, so I might try to save the green group into the second round. Let's see. Doesn't look too bad. We won, but I think my companion, is out. We are in the next round. 2 against 2. The small shield that I have here. Okay, so I distracted her so she could not use her shield to cover herself against the crossbow bolts. Oh no. Landian champion, he will be good with pole weapons, pole arms. Oh, it's always just a matter of luck. This time I was lucky and I get a battalion thoroughbred. Should be a good fitness. Let's check it. Bit more speed, a bit less maneuverability. Yeah, I think I stick to my horse. Okay, she's gonna get... She's the captain of my cavalry, so she should have a decent horse. By the way, yeah, I'm looting all these sumpter horses all the time. I don't need so many of them. And here we are. Now, where can I... Yeah, I got some more experience in pole arms. So, pole arms can dismount. Pole arms that can dismount. Ignore 25% dismount resistance. Okay, and as a captain, 10 plus 10% damage by infantry. Pole arms ignore 30% knockback resistance on thrust attacks against footmen. Yeah, I think this is the better choice. And now let's look at our inventory. We need date fruits, but we can't buy them here. Let's sell the hawks. Banner of horsemen. Okay, let's see. Increased charge damage. Okay, hers is much better. All right. Now armor. Doesn't look worthwhile. 7, all right, that's good. 7, 4, 7 body armor, 4 armor. 5, 2. 5, 4, 3, 1. Okay. So what else? 15, 17. Maybe. Nah. I don't like these armors that we got here. They just missed the armor. That might be worthwhile. Do we have here? All right. I think rest I'm gonna donate to the troops. So poor armor. Weird. So, some experience, yes. We already have 19 banner knights, that's great. Pretty powerful cavalry that we have there. Yeah, let's take a look at the weapons that we found. So yeah, come on. I think we are just perfectly fine and could smelt them to get raw material for crafting. But what about the arrows? Noble bow? Ah, come on, that's too expensive. I can't afford a noble bow at the moment. It would be nice, but I can't. But maybe I could afford some better arrows. Oh, look at that. No, not now. It's just too expensive. So give it a save. And yeah, we need to get back some smith and stamina, so let's wait. That's fine. By the way, let's just try if this is already sufficient. One night to go back to Lena and talk to her. Congratulations on your victory in that tournament. some time. So let's go to the smithy and first Mr. Slagnir, please smelt some of this stuff. Which ones are the most valuable stuff to smelt? Even that one. But at the moment I can't make use of that. So alright. Now let's go to the forge. See what we can do here. Maybe I could now even venture to craft a 3rd level sword. Why not? I mean, see. It's far too difficult for my level of smithing ability, but well, if I'm lucky, I might still get something good. And even if I'm not getting anything good out of that, it will sell for a decent price and I will gain some smithing experience. It's dull, okay. But experience gained. And I think it will still give me some coins. Another dull one. Rusty, that's even worse. And a balanced one. So that was good luck. He managed to craft a balanced one. Now, I'm curious. We can sell this one for 4,500. So this will give me a bit of money. Nice. 10,000. Yeah, let's wait for another few hours. I think I would like to continue that smithing. Let's see if Leanna is still in town then. We need a few more hours. Yes, and the key, Leanna is still there. Give it a save and talk to her.
I am very angry with you. Too much time has gone by since you last visited.
All right, so here I am. Perhaps we should discuss a future together. Yes, well, I've been thinking about that. Very good. I insist that my husband conduct himself according to the highest standards. That doesn't look like. Critical fail. Not good. I'm sorry, I will not marry without my family's blessing. Terribly sorry, practically not possible for us to get married. This is something I never quite understood what that means. Come on, I would like to try something and check with her father. Who is Aldrich? Yeah, let's load that and try it. Kind of convince her father.
I am very angry with
So at that point I was always a bit, let's just try it once more, but yeah, maybe she's just, I'm not yet famous enough, probably. I'm probably not yet famous enough. Or my charming skills are not good enough, that's what I guess. So still, if I look at the time, it's 2:30 around here, and I still have to get to work tomorrow. I'm actually doing home office, so I don't have to get up that early. But still, latest at 9 o'clock, I want to be at my desk, so it is due time to get some sleep. Yeah, guys, so it was a pleasure to have you in. Really love to share that beautiful game with you. And yeah, Uncle Bot, if you are still there, have a good evening on your side. And Big Mate from Illinois, if you're still there as well, it was a pleasure to have you. And all of you other guys in the background lurking, great that you were in, and maybe you're gonna join my company again in the future. So as I said, my main game, I would say, is U-Boat. So I try to stream at least 3 nights a week U-Boat, but I always try to do at least 1 night of Bannerlord. So see you guys and have a good evening.